Hello traders, it's Tuesday, September 13th. I did a video about 90 minutes before the open this morning. The CPI had not come out. We didn't know what the reaction was. In that video, I gave you my pick of the day, Apple. Let's take a look at it. It was a stinker, but you should not have lost a dime on it because I told you in the video, do not take any positions on the open. We're looking at a gap up at the time. The S&P 500 futures were up about 20, 25 points overnight. Wow, did that change on this CPI number? So we gap down and then we see continued selling. These gap and go formations have been really hard to trade as far as S&P 500 futures because you come down, you establish the low, and then you compress. And all of this move takes place in the course of about an hour. So if you take a look at the initial part of the move, you're like, is this decent? Oh, there we go. We got a little bit of a move right in here, but you're still wondering because these are mixed overlapping candles. Are we going to see a long green candle that challenges this high to flush out early shorts, or are we going to continue down? Okay, now things are starting to get organized. You can short in here, but look, this move is exhausted just about when it starts to get going. So very, very difficult to make money in this type of gap and go environment because then after the first hour or 90 minutes, you compress and now you do a whole lot of nothing. Did have an upward sloping trend line here. There is a bearish 1OP cross. This was a nice short that I entered and I exited. I'm looking to re-enter. This first drop below the low of the day, support, 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 is going to flush out bullish speculators. If I see follow through in here, I am going to be shorting because that tells me that it was not a head fake and then a bounce. It is persistent selling pressure, and I believe that's what we're going to see. This is the key right here. We could not get off the deck. Wham, 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 wham. Sellers are very, very busy. No big bounces today. I believe this is going to be a nasty little bearish trend day. So yes, we have to shift gears. We got to start looking at the bearish side of the equation. So let's take a look. I want to give you a good pick of the day. Apple was not going to work out. We had changing market conditions. Look, before the open today, we're going with the information that was presented to us. And by the way, in every video, I've told you we need to stick with day trading. No swing trading. I can't tell you what the market's going to do in a week or 2 weeks. It's all over the board. So, from a day trading perspective, I'm looking at the long side. We're above all the major moving averages. We've got some nice movement here. We're going to get a gap up. Don't chase it. Wait for a pullback. Those were my comments this morning. Downward sloping trend line, breach to the upside. All that analysis was valid until the CPI came out. And then, blam, we open at the 100-day moving average and never look back. So now we've got this upward sloping trend line that we really have to watch here. So let's draw that in. Click there, click there. It will be violated before that open right there. So you can see that is a critical support level at 390 level. We're going to test it this week. If we go through it, this is going to be a major breakdown. Let's draw the other major trend line so you can see it. Click there, click there. That's your other major trend line. This is a wedge formation. We're going to break out one way or the other. I don't know what's going to happen. If you asked me yesterday, maybe we try this side. You ask me right now, maybe we try this side. So let's see what happens here. I do know that if we break this upward sloping trend line, we're below all the major moving averages. Here, I would feel pretty comfortable taking a swing trade on the bearish side that might last a few days on the notion that we're going to get follow through on a major uptrend break line like that. And the low of the year would be probably tested sometime in September. So I'm not even looking at the news. Yes, we've got the FOMC statement coming out a week from tomorrow. CPI, red hot. Whatever the news is, I'm just following price, and right now the price is down. So I'm going to show you a search. Actually, I'm just going to go right to the stock. I'm not going to waste a lot of time because we've already done our analysis. I'm going to show you LEN. And this is going to be my new pick of the day. So I will review this on the next video. You can see on a daily chart, we've got an upward sloping trend line right here. Let's add all of the major moving averages, and that will make this a little clearer. So we've got upward sloping trend line right here, breach to the downside, flagpole, little rally. There's our upward sloping trend line, breach to the downside. This is a bearish flag formation. And you can see that when the stock did bounce, it immediately found resistance at the 50-day moving average, bearish hammer. And if we look at the daily relative weakness, you can see that before the market sold off today, the stock was already relatively weak. So now that we've got market selling, we break through this horizontal support. This stock has nice downside. We've got a bearish 1OP cross right here. I would like to see better volume. That's the one thing that's missing. You can see that the volume is pretty minuscule in here, but the price action is good. And I believe this stock is going to continue to drift lower. You can see it has not had any bounce like the market did today. It has been weak relative to the market almost the entire day. So I like LEN on the short side. What could you do? Could you sell an out of the money bearish call spread? You could, and I would key off of this 100-day moving average. This stock does not carry a lot of option premium, so that $78 strike price is what you would want to key off of. And I'm going to take a look at the options right here. These expire next week. Let's see if we can get any premium for the 78 calls. We'd have to go 77.50 probably. We're not going to get a lot of premium here. Let's go 77.50, 78, and you can see you'd have to get a dime for that credit spread. I don't know that it's there. And we can go up to a 50 cent. Actually, this is a $1.50 wide. There's just not a lot of premium in this. That means that these options are going to be trading close to parity, and perhaps our better play is going to be to simply buy some puts. Stock is at 75.28. Take a look at those $77 puts. Those are 215, 230, and those are in the money by about $1.70. So there's a little bit of premium in those. You can go a little bit higher up in strike price. That means they're further in the money, but you can see the bid-ask spread starts to widen out. Something in the money, and if you're going to buy in the money, you might as well give yourself a little bit of time, because if this is going to be a swing trade and you're leaning that way, remember, I don't like swing trades as long as this upward sloping trend line is intact. But let's take a look at that, and let's go out to the you've got a September 23rd. So these do have some weekly option expirations, and we're going to go out just a little bit further in time. Let's see if we can get to an October expiration. There's your October monthly expiration, and let's see what those 70, even an $80 put. $80 puts. So right now, $80 puts are in the money by about $4.70. So you're going to be paying a fair amount of premium here. You've got about $2.20 in time premium that you'll be paying. So you need to get this stock moving. Those $80 puts might be viable, or you can simply short the stock. Either of those two will suffice, but LEN looks like it's going to continue to go lower. The market certainly looks like it's going to challenge this upward sloping trend line. Let's take a look at the 5-minute chart and see what's happening right now. Yes, we're starting to drift lower. I'm expecting it to continue to go lower. I don't think we're going to see a good bounce until maybe the last 30 minutes or 20 minutes of trading today. We should see some follow through selling the rest of the week. Thank you so much. Sorry for the whiff earlier this morning. If I had recorded it after the CPI came out, would have had a completely different perspective. Stick with day trading right now. We really can't swing until that wedge formation is broken. Then at least we have some momentum in either direction and some certainty. Thanks so much for watching. Thank you for watching this YouTube video. I'm Pete Stolzers and I'm going to keep the trade ideas coming along with lots of education, so make sure to subscribe to the channel and please turn on your notifications so that you never miss another trade. If you like the content, please give it a thumbs up. I've loaded 2 other videos that I think you're really going to enjoy. Stay tuned. We'll see you soon.